Hello, everybody. Got a couple of messages for you. So, in the dream state last night, I saw a very large masculine. He was huge. And he was like Thor in that he was very big, and he, with all his might, he came down and he went bam on the ground with his fist. So he dropped to one knee and he just bam on the ground. And a humongous, like, nuclear shockwave went across the land and just decimated everything that was there. And then the next, I woke up after seeing that. It was incredible. And so then I went back to sleep, and I had a dream that I was in a union or a partnership with a masculine, and that he was unhappy with me or dissatisfied in some way, and that he left me and he went to another, and that I had a vision of them in a sexual manner, and he was like, "Oh baby, you like that?" And I couldn't see her face, and I couldn't really see his either, except that I had a brief vision of his nose, which had blood coming out of it. There was blood in the nose, not a whole lot, but there was blood in the nose. So I woke up with a heartbreak because, infidelity and betrayal has been really the only thing that I've ever known regarding unions such as that. But the more I thought about it, I remembered the vision of the nose, and at first I thought it was drugs. But the more I thought about it, I realized that they must have been suffering from the shockwave that this very giant being had put upon the land. And they were trying to trigger my heart into a heartbreak to lessen my potency, right? Because love is a very, very powerful, potent energy. Now, it's like they were trying to break somebody's heart in order for them to be less effective and less powerful, to knock them out of the energy of love. A while back, I had a vision of a woman coming into a room, and she was waving her arm at what appeared to be me. And she had a cloth to her face like she was nauseous. And she was saying, "You've got to do something." So, and then I did a read where the stars, the many, many flames were burning them. It's like they can't live in this energy. So it's like they're trying to break your heart to lower your vibration, to get you into a state of suffering so that you're not so darn potent. Another thing is that these disembodied entities need a warm flesh suit. They're parasitical. And so if you've got RLS or something, please know that these parasites are being removed. The message that I got was, anything that is not you is being removed. Now, over the last couple of days, my legs, my calves during sleep have been getting very cold, and I've had some muscular twitches there. This morning it's very, very quiet in my legs. So it's like the heat comes out. They want the warm, gooey place to live. So it's like the heat is drained from the space that they're occupying, and then they're extracted, or they die off or something. I don't know how that's working out. But the divine said that anything that is not you is being removed. So it's being removed out of your temple, your flesh temple, and it's also being removed from the soil, from the land. So if you check the reading that I did last night, there was a particular part where the scythe is being used to cut out the snake or any of the bad teachings that have been going on, that mislead the children or the youth, and then they grow up to be adults with this faulty mindset. So all of those bad teachings are being scythed off of the soil, out of the earth, and then there's clouds. And so they're being lifted off of the soil into the clouds so that the garden is purified. So the garden is the Mother Earth, and the garden is also internal for your temple. So it's your internal garden, and then the garden of the earth, the Mother Earth. It's all being cleansed and purified of these energies that have been parasiting off of life. And there was something else. But it'll come back to me. I hope this day finds you well. It is April 6th, 2025, and we've got 4 days until the article is read and we learn who the new actual legal and verified appointed leaders are. Whoever is the most powerful sun and star, or maybe God himself and his wife, will be walking among us. And I think it's going to be announced very, very soon. I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.